Good evening. Thanks for joining us. The primary election is wrapping up here in Illinois.
And we are bringing you current results from across central Illinois on air and online.
Our team is out and bringing all of the latest details. Carson Gordy is in studio following key U.S. representative races, and then our Marlena Lang is in Monticello following the 88th district race.
And Carolina Hassett is following the Macon County Coroner's race in Decatur. But first, we are going to check some results for you.
Yeah, let's first take a look at the Democratic primary race. We want to take a look at the race for president. President Joe Biden has been declared the winner. Biden has already become his party's presumptive nominee. And former President Donald Trump looks to have cinched the Republican primary here in Illinois. With over 60% of the vote, he was already considered the Republican Party's presumptive nominee.
And looking at the 13th District Republican primary, the race between Thomas Clatterback and Joshua Lloyd. Let's take a look at those numbers. It looks like 56% of precincts are reporting, and it looks like Joshua Lloyd is in the lead right now with 58% of the votes. The winner of this race will meet incumbent Democrat Nikki Budzinski in the general election in November. And looking at the current results for the 17th District Republican primary, we have Scott Allen Kroll and Joe McGraw. If you look at your screen there, you can see 67% of those voted for Joe McGraw, and 77% of the precincts are in at this hour. The winner of this race will meet first-term incumbent Democrat Eric Sorensen in the general election.
In the downstate race for Congress, a former Republican nominee for governor is looking to upset an incumbent and become a congressman.
News Channel 20's Carson Gordy is in the studio with an update for us. Carson?
With 82% of the vote in, incumbent Mike Bost has a 6-point lead over challenger Darren Bailey, who ran for governor in 2022 but lost to J.B. Pritzker. The district covers most of southern Illinois, and this race has attracted national attention, with the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, and former President Donald Trump both endorsing Mike Bost. Bost has represented the district since 2015, and he's currently leading Bailey here by a margin of 6 points. As of now, there are several counties in the eastern part of the state that have not been counted yet.
We worked for the last year and in anticipation of tonight, and now the process, it's all in the hands of the people, it's in the hands of God, and we be patient and wait for the results to come in.
The winner of Bost v. Bailey will take on the Democratic nominee, which will either be Brian Roberts or Preston Nelson. Roberts is leading Nelson by around 20 percentage points with less than half of the votes being counted. I'm Carson Gordy. Back to you.
Thank you, Carson. Bost, who has represented this district for nearly a decade, won in 2022 with 75% of the vote.
And taking a look at more results in the 99th district in Illinois, we want to show you the race for Randy Freese, not seeking re-election. The race is between Kyle Moore and Eric Snellgrove. And with 73% of the votes, Kyle Moore is the presumptive winner. Now, the winner will run unopposed in the general election. The 99th district, by the way, covers an area from Quincy to parts of Jacksonville. And in the race for the Illinois 107th district, the current incumbent, Brad Holbrook, is taking on Marsha Webb, who's currently the Macon County Circuit Clerk's deputy clerk. And with 87% of the precincts reporting, Brad Holbrook is a presumptive winner. Now to the closely watched race between Regan Deering and Chuck Erickson. The current holder of the seat, Dan Calkins, is not seeking re-election after 3 terms. Now their home office is in Decatur.
And now we're going to be headed out to our Marlena Lang, who is live in Monticello with more on that race and those results.
All right, what's the very latest, Marlena?
The Associated Press has officially called the race for the 88th district here in Illinois with Regan Deering as the winner. I spoke with Deering after the race was called, and she shared this statement with me, saying in part, quote, "I'm really grateful for a win in the primary here tonight. I'm really humbled by the trust placed in me by the thousands of voters that I have met and talked with throughout the 88th district. I give them my commitment to working hard for conservative values and being a change agent in Springfield." For the full statement from Deering, you can visit our website at newschannel20.com. Reporting live in Monticello, I'm Marlena Lang.
Thanks, Marlena. Current 88th District State Representative Dan Calkins has given his endorsement to Regan Deering to take over his seat.
Now let's look at one of the ballot questions, this one in Sherman. from the Sherman Fire Protection District. Shall the Sherman Fire Protection District in Sangamon County be authorized to levy a new tax for ambulance services purposes and have an additional tax on the assessed value of homes? So, okay, right now it looks like most people are saying no. We don't know how many precincts are reporting, but we can say that it looks like over half saying no. And another race we've been following is the Macon County's coroner race. Current coroner Michael Day not seeking re-election. Tiffany Hall ran unopposed in the Democratic primary and will meet either Jeffrey Kafska, Michael Burkham, or Waylon Vansell in November. And right now the projected winner is Michael Burkham.
We want to head out to our Carolina Hassett, who's at the watch party for Michael Burkham, who is running for Macon County Coroner. And as Dawn just mentioned, 100% of the precincts reporting he's been declared the Republican candidate.
Yeah, and he also worked for an ambulance service for many, many years. He's very well known in the area. Carolina, what is it like right now?
Yeah, that's right, Dawn Stacey. I'm currently outside candidate Michael Burkham's watch party, where he's officially been declared the Republican candidate in the race for Macon County Coroner. Now, Mike Day, the current coroner, he's been in his position for about 30 years, but he's not seeking re-election. Now, the only Democratic candidate up for the position is Tiffany Hall, who is a registered nurse. 3 Republican candidates were in the race this evening. Mike Burkham, who won, is a lifelong resident of Decatur. He has worked as a first responder and at multiple funeral homes. He was up against Jeffrey Kashevska and Waylon Vansell. We spoke to Burkham to talk to him more about why this position is so important to him.
Did transport for the coroner's office for 7 years during that time, and that was my first exposure to coroner's work. I liked it. I'm well suited for it. I've seen quite a bit in 42 years.
Burkham received over 43% of the votes. Burkham is officially the Republican candidate. He's going to pick up the campaign by late summer. In Macon County, I'm Carolina Hassett. Back to you.
Thanks, Carolina. Tiffany Hall is the Democratic nominee for the Macon County Coroner. Both will be in the November general election.
Also on the ballot in Macon County, they're asking for the tax rate for Harristown Fire Protection District to be increased by 0.40% of the value of all taxable property within the district. And so far, it looks like the yeses are winning out just slightly, though, with 59%. This is the Northern Piatt Fire Protection District. They're asking to levy a special tax rate not to exceed 0.40%. Let's take a look. Right now, no, 54%. Right now for that Northern Piatt Fire Protection District. Another ballot question, this time from Cumberland County, asking shall the Lake Mattoon Public Water District be dissolved? 77% of those who voted today say yes.
And a ballot question from Montgomery County. Should the city of Litchfield allow for certain non-highway vehicles like golf cars allowed to be operated on public roadways within the city? It's overwhelming there, 57% saying no. And of course, you can stay up to date with the latest election results online at newschannel20.com, and we will continue to update those results as soon as they come in.
This time looking at the Democratic primary in the 12th district.
Preston Nelson and Brian Roberts going head-to-head, and with 68% of the precincts reporting. Right now, the presumptive leader, 61%, Brian Roberts. And on the other side, we did look at this race earlier. Again, the Republican primary in the Illinois 12th district between incumbent Mike Bost and Darren Bailey.
Yeah, and here are those results for you. It looks like right now, Mike Bost is a little ahead of Bailey. Again, it is close, but 91% of precincts are reporting, so boy, that is close.
Well, the votes are being tallied in several congressional races in central Illinois. We're starting to get an idea on which candidates and incumbents may face this November.
That's right. News Channel 20's Carson Gordy joins us in the studio with an update. Carson?
In Illinois' 13th and 17th congressional district, Democratic incumbents are about to find out which Republican will challenge them in this year's general election. In Illinois' 13th congressional district, incumbent Democrat Nikki Benzinski did not face a primary challenger. She won this district in 2022 by double digits. She'll be taking on either 31-year-old law student Thomas Clatterback or 27-year-old veteran Joshua Lloyd. In here, we're going to take a look at the results right now. 56% has been reported. Lloyd is holding a 58 to 42,000 lead, good for around a 3,000 vote margin. And heading over to the 17th Congressional District, which covers McLean County, Democrat Congressman Eric Swartzen faced no challenger as well. But in the GOP primary, it looks like the race has been called with Joe McGrail holding a 2-to-1 lead margin over his challenger Scott Kroll, who was a farmer. Joe McGraw was endorsed by national Republicans during this election cycle. In 2022, Sorensen won the 17th district by a 4-point margin, taking in around 52% of the vote. I'm Carson Gordy. Back to you.
All right, thanks for that update, Carson. In the 15th and 16th congressional districts, Republicans Mary Miller and Darren LaHood face no primary challengers, and they aren't expected to face a Democrat in this year's general election.
You can stay up to date with the latest election results that you care about and want to see online right now at newschannel20.com. We'll continue to update those results as soon as they come in.
Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today and don't miss a single video.